Well, we've got a very interesting multi-tool tonight. This is going to be the Nextool 7-in-1, and this is going to be a survival tool like no other I have seen so far. So this is going to have all kinds of secrets and gadgets and gizmos, and I'm excited to share this with you. Let's go ahead and talk about the sheath and jump into the other parts of this tool. So first of all, we are going to have the ferro rod, about 1.5 inch long ferro rod right here on the sheath. We're going to have a couple forms of attachment. Not only this you can use to hold, I guess by your hand, and also attach to a belt if you really wanted to. But you do have this as well. You have the belt loop and you have this attachment as well. Now on the actual tool itself, we have several things going on. There's actually 3 tools in one on the head here. So first of all, we're going to have the shovel. And I have to say, this is a pretty nice system. Now, how this works is you've got to get this, let's see here, there we go. You've got to get this to go down all the way and to lock into place. So once it locks into place, it actually locks into place really well, and then there's basically hardly any give to this at all, and it's a pretty nice shovel. So this shovel is going to be about 6.5 inches long. The whole tool is going to be about 14 inches from the front to the back, and it's just going to be a really nice little shovel. It's also going to have a hammer face right here as well for use, I guess, 10 pegs, splitting wood, whatever you need it for. And then you can go ahead and unlock this and use this tab right here. Let's see, at the top, and out comes the axe head itself. And then the same thing, you lock that into place, and then that is rock solid right there. And then the shovel transforms into an axe as well. So now this axe is going to be about 3.5 inches, somewhere around 3.5 inches, and then it's going to be almost 2 inches from the top to the bottom of the axe. It's going to be a fairly small axe. It's not huge, but it's definitely neat to have an extra tool when you need it as well. So we've got the hammer, we have got the shovel, and then we've got the axe, but there's more. This is going to be Nextool 7-in-1 multi-tool. Unfortunately, this is not on Amazon. It is sold at Walmart.com, and I'll try to put a link to it, but I'm not sure how many are left. I think on AliExpress you might be able to find one, but this is going to be a little bit harder to find. You might have to do some internet research. Now on the end here, we've got a hollow part, and we actually are able to take out the other tools. So I like that it's hollow, but as many of you know, whenever you have a hollow handle, that does mean it makes it weaker. So keep that in mind, but it is really neat that there's some extra tools here. And this has several extra functions. So we are going to have a fairly long saw for a multi-tool. And if you get this just right, it does snap into place and it does lock. And then you can go ahead and you can unlock it, bring it back. Then on this side, we're going to have the knife, and that locks into place. But for some reason on mine, unless I just don't know how to use mine, it only locks 3/4 of the way. So I don't know why. From what I could tell, it looks like some of the metal was ground in such a way that it's not flat on the bottom here, but that it's curved. So this lock is only hitting the bottom part, like up to there. So not sure why, but that's how it is on mine. Now I have to say that while the tools feel very tough on top, and the axe feels really good, the shovel seems to be made of thicker gauge metal. Some of you know that when you buy these survival tools, a lot of times they feel like kids' garden shovels. They feel flimsy, you can almost bend them by hand. And I'm not a huge fan of survival tools, to be honest, but this one actually does feel a lot better. So I do have a lot more confidence. Now Nextool did send me this item. After reviewing some of their multi-tools, they did send me this item, so just wanted to be upfront about that. But I do feel a lot more confident about using this, and this is going to be used, I think, in one of my vehicles for a winter, well, really an all-around multi-tool to have in the vehicle. So one of the things you can do with this is you can use this, and then you'll see this right here fits there, and this notch fits under here. So pretty neat that you can do that. And then this goes ahead and it tightens down. And then what that does is it fits in that notch, and it fits pretty solid, and it actually gives you a pretty long handle, a 14-inch handle, to go ahead of extra reach and saw tree limbs or bushes or vines, whatever part of the world you would be in, and whatever your bushcraft or survival needs are. So I really like that concept. That's really neat. I like that they added that on. The only thing I wish is that it just seems a little bit thin, but nothing wrong with it. It's not that the metal's bending. It does feel a little bit thin. So then that goes ahead and it stores in the handle like so. So all in all, this is a pretty neat tool, I have to say. I'm pretty excited that Nextool would send this to me. It's actually one of the ones when I looked online, I was hoping I could be able to review this product. Comes again with this flint rod as well, and just this really nice way to hold it on the belt. A really unique multi-tool, and I would definitely recommend this. I feel like this is, again, like I said, the best all-in-one survival multi-tool on a larger scale that I have seen to date. I feel like this is the best one. All right, I've got a ton more videos, and I'll see you there.